Greetings, and this is What Hamster, and this is Let's Play the Third Birthday, now with a brand new co-host. Say hello.
Hello, internetizens.
And who are you? Are you getting enough oxygen?
I am Kaboom Dragoon, and I am hale and hearty. Thanks for asking.
Excellent. And if I had Zorak around or something, I would probably have him play us in. Anyway, as you can see, we are starting the first episode of the game. And let's enjoy the cutscene.
The objective is to destroy the Babel's core, the big ore. What is it?
It started.
The Babel. Hurry, run!
I'm alive?
And welcome back. As you can see, the game greets us with a mini-boss. Very beginning.
The frying pan into the tentacled monstrosities.
Yeah. Stay classy, Japan. Stay classy.
From behind objects.
Now, this may be misleading to tell you that attacking behind objects, this is a bad idea. When he shoots at you, the tactic is to stay away, hide behind a wall, but if he stops shooting and starts kind of bouncing around, move away from the object, because he will attempt to destroy it, and if you're standing next to the destroyed barrier, one, destroyed barriers are bad, and two, he will one-shot you no matter what. So, in general, when he starts shooting at you, run to a barrier behind, like I'm doing there, switch to another person, and then fire away with fire. It's pretty simple mid-boss fight. It can be a little difficult if you're playing
Backups on their way.
on the much harder difficulties because he has an absurd amount of health.
Also, when you're playing it for the first time, it's fairly easy just to get overwhelmed with everything that's going on screen.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, you're constantly having to dodge incoming fire, hide behind things. You've got explosions happening everywhere. No, gunfire.
Not to mention homing shots.
Yeah, it is really easy just to, you know, take quite a beating at this point, even though it's like 30 seconds into the game.
Oh yeah, it's right. Right after the tutorial, but here comes reinforcements, and this is if you can survive long enough, at least, then this guy will make the boss. Well, it'll make it easy as cake or something like that. As you can see, he comes with a grenade launcher, and it deals an absurd amount of damage to him. But he's only useful at the lower difficulty. At the higher difficulties, it's more important to keep him alive so you can keep him as backup. Like, you know, somebody you need to jump to in order not to die.
The DJ booth is pretty much indestructible, so you know it's really more of a last-ditch refuge for most of the time.
Yeah, as you can tell, there's a NPC standing around. He has like an ID card in front of his name. They do not have weapons. They're basically like an extra life without weapons. In this case, he's at a place where he can't go up, he can't go down. He's a sitting duck, so if you switch to him, he's going to die. You should just keep him around for like an emergency, I need to jump to someone because there's nobody left sort of thing. Get a good look at where he is there. Otherwise, it's a fairly straightforward fight. You just
follows the proud tradition of I'm nearly dead, so now I'm going to spew bullets forever.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of random what he does when you're out in his booth. But the best thing you can do is wait till he starts either shooting or trying to ram into the booth, because if you don't do that, then he's just going to swing his head back and forth and make the grenade impossible to hit while he's doing nothing. And I leveled up. Excellent. And now we come to the exploration part. As I clear out areas, I will be trying to do my best to explore them, just to show off the environment, because they do put a lot of detail into the environments. There's a lot of effort put into it. Well, I look at the DJ booth. Here's where the NPC was with the camera. He can't get down. He's stuck up there, basically. Sucks for him.
Got a great view of the proceedings, though.
Yeah. I guess maybe climb down. Pretty high up. So. And here we see, you know, how the stage looks, where the crowd was standing. Pretty small stage, really, when you think about it. Well, not the stage, but, you know, for the crowd.
And I've been to a couple of concerts, which have, yeah, they've been roughly about the same size, I think.
Oh, I have never been to a concert before. I would not know.
Yeah, it looks about right for a decent-sized venue.
And let's bounce grenades off the wall. I am absolutely dreadful using grenades. I never use them because I always forget about them. On higher difficulties, they're more or less kind of useless. They're nice to have. And there you see, there's the whole reason why you might want to overdive kill. Overdive killing removes the bodies so they don't explode in your face when they die. I'm looking at some posters, like sound opening something.
No, it looks like Sound of Mean to me, but
yeah,
can't really tell with the pixels.
Yeah. Get some ammo, and as you can see, there's like the stage. You can see right through here. I like those small details that they put in. A lot of effort. They try to make it look like some fancy high-class nightclub sort of thing.
Countless numbers of sections are created as the Babel grows.
And what he means by that is that kill monsters to proceed.
Have to be destroyed.
It's the American way.
In order for us to move forward.
Yeah. The orbs will be seen basically roughly throughout this episode. I'll point them out.
Not that you can really miss them, but...
No. But in general, you want to take them out as soon as possible, because there are some that are just in the way, and some that will spawn enemies endlessly until you destroy them.
And in a pitched battle, it can be pretty difficult to... Well, pretty easy, I should say, to let yourself get overwhelmed.
Yeah, basically first time through you're not going to be exactly sure where they all are, and you won't have the best weapons, and so you can't just brute force your way through. And here I realize I'm out of ammo. But it's okay, I got an assault rifle.
Yeah. Assault rifles are pretty much going to be your bread and butter for most of the game. They've got good ammo capacity, decent amount of damage, good range on them, and... You know,
Well,
they're
good
pretty much great all round.
They're basically like the in-between weapon of everything.
Yeah. Like I said, they're a good all round kind of weapon.
Yeah. There's like impact, power, and then there's like a liberation increasing sort of section and so forth. They got a little of everything. Yeah. And then they got a balanced section. And I got another level up. I'm getting up level up like crazy because I'm just starting a new game on hard. And as we see, this is the makeup room, dressing room sort of area.
Yeah, if you've played the original Parasite Eve, you might be getting a little bit of deja vu here.
Yeah, I've only seen the Let's Plays of it, but that's why I have you.
I'm helping.
Letting me do all the muscle work.
Yeah, just sit back and relax. This must be how General Ironicus feels.
Oh. And who exactly is that?
Sorry?
Soft drinks. Oh, I was just asking who that was.
Oh, he's the guy who works with Chip Cheesem.
Oh, well, I really haven't seen much of Chip Cheese and stuff, honestly. I've seen a couple things.
Go watch the No More Heroes LP and the Killer 7 one. They're probably my favourites.
I'll check it out. And those green signs hanging up there, they actually say things and point towards directions. And they give pretty good and very accurate descriptions and direction of where what room is. So it kind of gives you like a sense of direction and again makes it look more like a building. That ammo is totally unnecessary, but if you want to kill all slackers, there's one hiding there.
And if you don't, then what the hell's wrong with you, freak?
Yeah, I will avoid farming and going through levels, replaying them again to avoid getting extra levels, because that wouldn't be any fun. That would be boring. That would be too easy. So, all the battle points, all the experience points I get, that'll be through one playthrough and no extra playing. So I'll be everything I can get, even all the upgrades I get from doing feats. Now, if you're interested in me getting all the feats, I will not be getting all the feats on this run, but I have an easy mode run which I will be uploading eventually, and I will actually get all the feats. And then I will explain how to get them, since the descriptions are pretty vague.
And some of them can be just plain annoying to get anyway.
Yeah. And that wad only spawns when you run up against the grading wall in the back there. That is like hidden enemy part of one of these. It's pretty easy to get, so that's what I'm getting. And there's one more. They generally just run up against the ends. But I'll point out when the one that's left of the hidden enemies. Now, for those that might complain that I'm not just using Liberation whenever it's up, I actually have a reason for that. I always forget about Liberation unless I'm playing the harder difficulties. And it's always generally good to have in the back of your hand as like, oh, I died, resurrection. Because it will put you up to 0 hit points. You won't be dead at 0 hit points, but if you leave the NPC at 0 hit points, he will die.
Yeah, it's kind of a good trump card at the very least.
Yeah, and this is one of the orbs. These are basically just going to block your path. They won't spawn enemies, and they have a lot of health. But generally, a couple grenades will take care of them.
Yeah. Personally, I generally use grenades solely for taking out orbs or big clusters of enemies in one go. But stuff like the slackers tend to be a lot more mobile, so getting a big load of them in one go is usually a lot more trouble than it's worth.
Yeah, and that dead end there I walked up against, that was the last hidden wad. So, if people are wondering how to get those, then there you go. And again, out of the revolver. Am I really don't like the revolver? Barely any ammo for it.
Yeah. The problem is, the revolvers are really good weapons, it's just that you get bugger all ammo for them.
Yeah, well, the problem is also, I got the first revolver in the entire game and I'm playing on hard, so it's not as effective as it should be, since I don't have any upgrades for it. I got like a handling upgrade for accuracy, but that's it. Decide to bring in a friend. Not sure if I want to use crossfire or not. I figured that's a little help. I'll just blow them away anyways. And a level up.
Yay!
I'll be needing every single one of them, and I'll actually mention the whole reason why I'm afraid that I won't have another level ups in episode 2 at some point, but that's for another time. There are exactly 6 episodes in this game if you're not counting episode 0, which is just the tutorial. It's, as I've said before, a rather short game.
Yeah, on my first playthrough, I think it took me about a week or so. It's longer than the other 2 games, probably longer than them combined, but by itself it's still fairly short, although it's got decent replayability, I'll give it that much.
And as you can see there, they actually made a room for just so you can look through the glass and look at the room. And again, that's what I mean by they add a lot of attention to detail.
Yeah, it's the little touches that really make a game, well, that really make a game, really.
Yeah.
Devil's in the details and all that.
This is where you can restock.
And this is also where the
There are temporary points where you can restock items. Don't forget to pick up the weapons and ammo you need, or you'll end up regretting it.
Anyway, this is the main entrance hall with the cash registers and the front door and disco balls.
This is one awesome nightclub.
Yeah, it's I'd have to say, while it's very over the top and garish and all that good stuff, I'd imagine it's pretty high class. Like, not anybody gets in. Like, VIP, you have your VIPs who get in, and then you got like the people who are like over VIPs who are considered VIPs in this club, sort of like. You gotta have contacts to get in somewhere like this. And here's another thing I try to show off whenever I can is the banter between the NPCs at each safe room. It's a little amusing sometimes to listen to.
Yeah.
Talking about his dog.
Sometimes amusing, sometimes just plain awkward.
Yeah, like the dog talk here is like...
Don't
the
ask,
users of the
don't
soldiers
tell.
were kind of creeped out. They're like... Yeah. But as you can see, we're getting to the end of this video, and we will be starting the next one very soon. But let's take a look at what upgrades I got. Wow, just the names. Anyway, we will be back in just a moment. Enjoy this save screen.
Bye-bye.